All right, everybody, welcome back. You know that feeling when it's the middle of summer, crazy heat wave going on, and bam, your AC goes out?
The worst.
The absolute worst. And suddenly, you're just desperate for a fix, right?
Mm.
You need it cool, like yesterday.
You're not thinking straight at that point. You just need some cool air.
Exactly. And that's when, you're kind of vulnerable, which is why we're doing a deep dive today on AC repair, trusting those technicians, and maybe a little bit of hidden camera action.
Oh, this is a good one. I love the hidden camera investigations.
Right. So Inside Edition, they did this whole thing where they rigged up a house with a fake AC problem. They wanted to see, are these AC techs going to actually diagnose a simple problem? Or are they going to try to, take advantage of the situation?
Well, and that's what's so interesting about this approach, right? They use these hidden cameras to look at this everyday service interaction, but it gets at those bigger questions, trust, transparency, in a field most people don't really understand.
It's true. Most of us, we don't know the first thing about how an AC unit actually works.
Right. We just want that cold air.
Exactly. So they set up shop in New Jersey, get this house. But first things first, they got to make sure the AC actually works.
Of course, got to have a baseline.
Right.
Right.
So they bring in not one, but two seasoned HVAC pros. And we're talking like combined, these guys have over 70 years experience.
Wow, they've seen it all.
They've seen it all.
Yeah.
They check the sister out, inside, outside, the whole 9 yards. And guess what? AC gets a clean bill of health, working perfectly.
Okay, so now the stage is set.
Now for the fun part. They create this super simple problem. I'm talking like ridiculously easy if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. What did they do?
Okay, so they disconnected a low voltage circuit, something that a good technician should be able to spot in minutes, literally like reconnecting two wires.
Okay, so really basic stuff. So it really becomes a question of, are we talking competence here or are we talking ethics? Like, are they genuinely missing it? Or are they choosing to miss it to jack up that bill?
Exactly. So they get the cameras all set up, hidden of course, and call in 4 different AC companies from around the area.
This is the part I love. Waiting to see, who's on the up and who's trying to pull a fast one.
I know, right? The suspense is killing me.
So spill the tea. Who did the right thing?
Okay, so get this. 3 out of the 4 technicians, they aced it. They found those disconnected wires, made the simple fix, no problem.
That's great. That's what you want to hear.
Right. One guy, he even got a little shout out on camera. They're like, this guy, he knows his stuff. Charged $115 for the fix, which, honestly, pretty reasonable.
Absolutely. So, it's important to remember that there are a lot of competent, ethical people out there doing this work.
Yeah.
It's just that the bad apples.
Always got to be one, right?
Exactly.
So this last technician, he comes in, inspects the unit, comes back with a serious look on his face, starts talking about a refrigerant leak,
Uh-oh, I've been there.
and he's saying it's a microscopic leak, almost impossible to find, going to be really expensive to fix.
Okay, so how expensive are we talking? What's the damage?
You're in for this. $1,736.
Whoa. Hold on a second. For a perfectly working AC unit, that's insane.
Right. So Inside Edition, of course, they're like, nope, not today. They reveal the hidden cameras, confront this guy about the made-up leak, and he hightailed it out of there so fast he left some of his tools behind.
Oh, wow. What does that tell you? Talk about a lack of accountability, right?
Right. And they tried to get in touch with the company afterwards, but no response. So I guess the takeaway here is you really got to be careful.
Absolutely. It's so important to do your research, look at online reviews, maybe check with your local community groups, see who people recommend. And I cannot stress this enough. For any big repair job, get a second opinion.
100%. You got to be your own advocate because clearly not everyone out there is playing by the rules. It makes you wonder what other everyday services, might not be as straightforward as we think.
It really does.
Some to think about. All right. Well, thanks for joining me for this deep dive. We'll be back next week with another one.